That's gonna destabilize crime throughout this whole sector.
Yeah, well, you'll understand if I hold back the tears.
You don't understand. Crime in the YouTube system, it's like the economy. Plus the power vacuum. Even if Voga gets up and running again, the system is gonna be feeling the effects for years to come.
Yeah, well, at least we didn't find that Jedi Master with the weird name.
Zez Kyle? Well, that's not true. I already found him. Actually, he found me first. He hired me to watch out for you, keep Godo off your back until he could meet with you. We'll need to head back to Nar Shaddaa, to that safe house off the docks. I said I'd meet up with him there if we ran into any trouble. What do you want now?
If you thought to escape my notice so easily, you would be wrong. As a token of my goodwill, I present to you a gift, this droid. It will serve you well on your journey. I'm afraid I do not understand what you mean. As I indicated, this unit will remain with you and guard you. It will also serve as an effective voice for my orders during your journey. I cannot harm you. You are the key to saving the Republic. Pray that you do not prove yourself otherwise.
So, you have returned from exile. Kavar thought you might, if only to wander your old battlegrounds. But I did not think you would come to Nar Shaddaa. Still, you were always a difficult one to read, both when you were tied to the Force, and even more when it was lost to you. I do not know. It was a sense he had, and he had served in war as you had. Perhaps he thought he understood you. Or maybe he simply hoped he did. He felt you were the key to understanding the threat we face. The others were not so certain, but so many of them are gone now, as you no doubt know. He sensed some connection between you and many of the worlds touched by war. He thought by traveling to such places, he could achieve understanding. No doubt. I think the answers will provide us both with some measure of peace. I have kept secrets for far too long. They have scattered, but there is purpose in their movements. It is both to hunt and draw out our enemies. Somehow, we, are being targeted through the Force, and when Jedi gather, we are vulnerable. So we have chosen places where it is difficult to sense others through the Force, whether on planets dense with life or touched by war. In such places, we may conceal ourselves, gather information without presenting ourselves as targets. It was part of Kavar's plan. Yes, he felt if our enemy cannot detect us, then perhaps they would believe themselves victorious and show themselves. And we knew that the war would be lost if we continued to act as we had. I do not know where they wander now. There are few of us, though. Too few, and I have not heard from them in some time. Atris, but I had thought she had gone to Qatar with the others. Yes, she holds the last of the Jedi teachings. It is good she survived. What I can tell you, I will. It is a long story. But there is no harm in you knowing, and someone should know. Only a handful of us remained after the Jedi Civil War, barely 100 in number. Then, even that 100 began to vanish, in places where the Force seemed blind. The only pattern we determined is that when Jedi gathered, they were seen no more. At the last Jedi conclave on the Miraluka world of Qatar, the entire planet was wiped out, an entire race destroyed, because the Jedi chose to gather there. It was only then that we realized we were facing something far more powerful than we knew how to fight. We could not allow the fact that when we gathered, we placed everything around us at risk. A Jedi's life is sacrifice, but we cannot allow our presence or actions to endanger others. And we could not fight an enemy that will not reveal itself. But any Jedi, anyone who was strong in the Force, who attempted to track down such a threat, vanished without a trace. I know little about it. I know more of the absence it leaves behind than its face. Whatever this threat was, it was targeting us and everything around us. Yet it was somehow weak enough that it was afraid to confront us openly. If it believed us defeated, then perhaps it would finally show itself. It was a faint hope, but it was the best we had. It was Kavar's plan. He was always the greatest tactician among us, and had seen war more than the rest of us. Very well. We told you it was because you followed Revan to war, but you ask because you are not certain of that answer, nor were we. The day we cast you out, that is the moment I decided to leave the Order, because I do not believe we truly faced the reasons you were exiled, and if we do not examine such truths, then we are already lost. I think it was because we were afraid. It is a difficult thing to live one's life with the Force. To see a vision of what it would be like to be severed from it, it is more frightening than you know. Very well. I had thought perhaps that here upon the Smuggler's Moon, I might find some evidence of the threat we faced. The bounties on Jedi and their disappearance. I did not believe the two were connected, but there was a chance. And the strong currents of life here on Nar Shaddaa make perceiving a Force user difficult. I could use it to cloak my movements and watch without being discovered. No, you are right. That is not the whole truth. It is difficult to detect a Force user on Nar Shaddaa, and I knew it. This threat we face, it leaves wounds in the Force when it strikes. It leaves nothing. To live life without the Force, to vanish and die and leave only an echo, it was terrifying. To be connected to all life around you, then to have it stripped, I can only imagine what it must have been like for you. But even that imagining cannot compare with the truth. But there is more than that. On Nar Shaddaa, one cannot escape what was left from the Jedi Civil War. From the failure of the Masters, from our failure to properly train Jedi, came disaster. And I wondered if perhaps the teachings of the Jedi had been our failing all along. There have been so many failures by teachers who believed in the code with all their being. Master Arca failed Ulic, as Master Boss failed Exar Kun, as Kay and Zar and the others of the Council failed Revan and Malak. For all the acts we do to preserve the galaxy, from such an arrogance that all we do is right and just, I wonder if there is a counter-effect that is created that strikes back at us. Exar Kun, Ulic Keldroma, Malak, Revan, you, all Jedi. There is something wrong in the Force, a wound, a sound that is growing, like a scream. You can hear it echo on Nar Shaddaa, sometimes when the moon is on orbit. It is a frightening thing to feel, that perhaps being connected to all life is not enlightenment at all, but simply another doom. And I think that maybe, perhaps, to forsake the Force as you did, to cut loose our bonds, may not be the wrong thing to do. You taught me something important in the Council Chamber long ago, Exile, and it has stayed with me all these years. You were right to do what you did, everything you did. Now I must take up the role I was ready to cast aside. This threat has finally revealed itself, and we Jedi will need to stand together. I did not speak fully of what I have felt. Staying on Nar Shaddaa, it is an exile of sorts, one that I have chosen. I, too, lost a Padawan on Malachor, not to the battle, but to the alternative, to the teachings that Revan brought from the unknown regions. And I was not the only Jedi Master to watch a student turn on them. No, they were not to blame. but many of the Order did so. It was a difficult time, a time of strong emotion. Perhaps the Council, perhaps the Order itself, had grown arrogant in their teachings. It is easy to cast blame, but it is perhaps time the Order accepted responsibility for their teachings and their arrogance, and come to recognize that perhaps we are flawed. Not once did I hear one of the Council claim responsibility for Revan, for Exar Kun, for Ulik, for Malak, or for you. Yet, you were the only one who came back from the wars to face our judgment. And rather than attempting to understand why you did what you did, we punished you instead. Our one chance to see where we had gone wrong, and we cast it aside. And now, that decision has come back to us and may carry with it our destruction. Perhaps there is something wrong in us and our teachings, and though I tried, I could not cause that thought to leave me, so I left the Council. And I was not the only one. That is why many scattered, and why many in the Republic do not trust us, and why we do not trust ourselves. Make no mistake, I am no Jedi. This is the end, you see. After this, there will be nothing, and I think it will be for the best. Do you wish to do battle now? I have nothing more to say. It provides no comfort at all, for reasons on which I still must keep secret. Suffice to say, redemption was not Revan's choice, and I have never believed those of the Council who attempt to console themselves otherwise for the crime they committed. But we have spoken enough, I think, and words, I think, dull us both. Let us speak through the Force, through sparring. This is a long war, I fear, with many battles left to fight. You will need to conserve your strength when using the Force, if you hope to make it through the long road ahead. This form heightens your affinity to the Force, allowing you to gather your strength faster, even in the midst of combat. Perhaps exile has been good to you indeed. It has certainly not dulled your instincts, nor the speed at which you learn. I shall go to Dantooine, to the ruins of the Enclave. If you gather the others, I will meet you there. And thank you, Exile. You're returning. It is good that you are back among us.
What's going on? Ulga kili bot malea nuish. Chichis kabula, tapicha yubon, yunbula, bogra kinun chubagra wikili joni, wichibola no. Chichis kabula, tapicha yubon, yunbula, chopiti man punjame. Sashange bedwana mulera, chupawanga una konticha, chuna konasa. Watagritok jimulira, nicho dankanau.
Nishasa achutu gonkura, tawinti malare.
Chabi doko, donaranga manachung. Donos imerakith, wadaragora chi drunkas. Chabi doko, donaranga manachung.
Tarachomo sincho kavavolpa muliji kumanarminta barawamba michedos kawana bota yuntatanga kinamatura tayaita ta bosananansata unta chiwita inka kikraya na chawanga kone Dovrei kun mwili wosa slima po wanga sawana muta. Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatura. Tayaita ta bosananhansata. Dahupa bosa kurata go jujuto yoke. Hiata yamba wajiake yukito tune. Ta come tak blaia justing miki gongo beaste. Kun grabila king no mulara kichi kuta grasa kisha. Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatura. Tayaita ta bosananhansata. Mungachinor ta imbrei wanachike. Drumba bambua. Kontichan munka. Kavadumba kuswaka tayamukata. Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatura. Tayaita ta bosananhansata.
None taken.
Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatura. Tayaita ta bosananhansata.
So, you have the look of a seasoned spacer about you. What backwash are you looking for? Well, honestly, there's not much for people like you and I to do around here, if you, catch my meaning. Well, our kind isn't exactly the majority on this planet. Well, there is plenty for them to do. The Pazak Den, swoop races, the Jek Tar, they're pretty much taken care of. Now there's a place that's literally deadly for our kind. Jek Tar is a bar filled with cyanogen gas. It's poisonous to you and I, but the aliens drink it up and pay good money to do so. The cyanogen gas also acts as a social buffer, since the people who typically frequent Jek Tar aren't interested in speaking to the likes of you and I in the first place.
masz lewadan nahisnas na hiha. Masz nie mahinan hala, lewanin eres na namas.
Oh, hello. You have caught me at a rare time. Usually there are many players who seek to play, but you are fortunate to have caught me at a moment of quiet. I fear it is because I am simply not a skilled Pazak player. I'm afraid protocol droid skills and language interpretation are not something that lend themselves to Pazak and probability. Why, I cannot help myself. In fact, every time I seek to find the answer to that question, I am consumed with the need to come here and play Pazak. I am concerned that the problem may lie with my memory core. Without routine memory wipes, you know, such degradation is known to occur, leading to instabilities. I fear my obsession with Pazak is one such corruption. I am not sure I wish it fixed. I do find some degree of satisfaction in playing. Would you like to play? Oh, hello. Why? I fear... I am not... Why, you are quite correct. If you are indeed skilled, then I would not mind a quick look. Oh, that feels much better. I cannot believe I went on and on about such a foolish game. Thank you, truly thank you.
Manansa kapuna wasiro toke. Ni juva maari kikima. Tono tocha ramakaka musuran kana.
Febko emareyam ga watasitu insula rakarakachata. Tamaso kinchuda wanka. Mopi unawana si chukoratawa. Dawa chosimu poendo rakawa ichiren. Donos emaragith. Wanarakora chidrumka sa inchobin sasha. Dosimana rachata. Donos emaragith. Wanarakora chidrumka sa inchobin sasha. Dosimana rachata. Mokka kamaran endoso ranwi no chabi. Du rantamana sobu. Donos emeragith. Wanarakorachi drunka sa inchobin sasha. Tosimana rachata. Mokka kamaran endoso ranwi no chabi. Du rantamana sobu. Donos emeragith. Wanarakorachi drunka sa inchobin sasha. Tosimana rachata. Mokka kamaran endoso ranwi no chabi. Du rantamana sobu. Donos emeragith. Wanarakorachi drunka sa inchobin sasha. Tosimana. Mokka kamaran endoso ranwi no chabi. Du rantamana.
Hawait matiwa to turn over there much that never knew what they were for the hour out in the village name on the Kimura and all up with Neil Snow and the Howard. Hawait matiwa to turn over there much that never knew what they were for the hour out in the village name on the Kimura and all up with Neil Snow and the Howard. Mashni manina mashna wala huna kine wat kanina na na bedishna ba dak dikdishne ne na radabu. Mashni mahira nara dawani nereshne ne mash.
Donos emeragith. Wanarakorachi drunka sa inchobin sasha. Tosimana rachata.
Hawait matiwa to turn over.
Starawan do krimogawan. Gurmaka trakta veshambash. Joroga gomoshi. Juto monshi dakajim. Jona yurturangachi wi ita? Vamos limo podama wangakun. Bis mula rabest.
I don't know what the two of you are arguing about. I caught him. He's mine. But it's obvious you two need some advice, so let me lay out the attack pattern for you. It's simple. When you want a man, you jab him with a Bothan stunner, then while he's screaming in pain, slap some stun cuffs on him. Then, starve him for 2 or 3 days until he becomes open to suggestion, then double-check his bounty and see if he's worth anything.
That sounds more like hunting.
Call it what you want. Me, I love my targets.
If I might have a moment.
What is it, Goto?
I have spent some time in the presence of your remote, and the upgrades you have performed on him are quite adequate. I am impressed with your work, though less so with your remote itself.
What's wrong with my remote?
I find his use of resources, energy spent on frivolous things, to be an unsightly waste. But it is obvious you have some skill, however slight, in the upgrading of machines. I want you to provide me with similar upgrades.
I should be able to do something. I will see what I can do next time I have a free moment. General, need something? Yes, General? Let me see what you have. That's everything. Now all you need is a little quiet time with the workbench.
Oh, hey. Can I ask you something? Your face. You have this glow. I mean, not a real glow, but it's like you're calm. At peace, but it's more than that. You haven't been chewing on spice, have you? Oh, well, it shows. It's like you're hooked up to a power coupling. It's weird. I mean, not bad weird, it's just weird. For a minute there, I thought you and Visas, but it's just the Force. You know, hooked up a power coupling, you know? Did you get out much as a Jedi? I was asking if you two had been, you know, intimate. Got it. Just checking. Grenades? I didn't think Jedi used grenades. Well, I don't like to use them unless they're C5 concussion spheres or the Merson cryoban pellets. Sonic screamers aren't too bad either, just don't use them on a Bith. It makes their head explode like a melon. And don't do it to a Celestin either. Makes their ears bleed and they gibber twice as fast. Alright, keep your robes on. Here you go. Yeah, something wrong? Talk. About what? Go ahead and ask.
Maasti mahinan hala, ne on edes enemmäs.
Tawancha morichiwa, mufalawa ni bobo wish yot kuna sita dorcho ni sobawata? Tawancha morichiwa, mufalawa ni bobo wish yot kuna sita dorcho ni sobawata?
I have not trained in the dance, but the Ichani fighting arts are very dance-like in their movements. I do not think it would be a stretch for me to do this.
Kawana bota yuntatanga kinamatura. Tayaita, ta bosananhansata.
If you are sure. Really, though, I would be more than happy to do it.
Muliwrawa iberendia tia Vishnu nunca se, utati ramat mandrakotu sa minarinkadin.
Put this on?
Kawana bota yuntatanga kinamatura. Tayaita, ta bosananhansata.
In that case, give it to me, and I will prepare myself.
Kavadumpa munsuru kuplaliyawa, bo bagaragawanda yaitua ulwanjiuma. Tonino bapin koneyaka, chuba picha, tunayuma mochinawa. Kawana bota yuntatanga kinamatura. Tayaita, ta bosananhansata. Kawana bota yuntatanga kinamatura. Tayaita, ta bosananhansata.
Watakai mulira. Nichudankan now.
Kawana bota yuntatanga kinamatura. Tayaita, ta bosananhansata. Entomesh mi paju, watamincha yokolondoado nukulabirawa. Tines un soto.
Kavadumpe masuraku popayi botenya tachimoro.
If you've got some time, I'd like to see what I can upgrade for you.
Yes, I do have a few moments to spare for your work. I would like to know what he is doing here, though.
He helps me out with repairs. That isn't a problem, is it?
I suppose not. Perhaps in working on my circuitry, your assistant will learn something about how a fully functional droid is constructed.
Just ignore him and let's get to work.
I would appreciate that. Our group has little in the way of time to spare, and I would not want to delay you from your other duties.
Right. Let's get you open. See what you can do. I have to say, you are put together quite well. That wasn't much to do.
As I told you, my design is streamlined and efficient, though I am pleased that you were able to make some improvements, and this was not just a waste of my valuable time.
There were a few things from my remote that I was able to integrate into your construction.
I see. Well, thank you. I'll let you get back to your work.